Hi all, welcome back to Stardew Valley, episode 3 of Pawfect's Let's Play. Um, Hope everyone's ready for another episode. Let's get stuck into it here. Just notice you can probably see my other accounts and you can see a bit of time on those. I have played this quite a few times. So like I said, we're going to skip all this today and go straight for fishing again. I will check. I am wanting to get a leek and a horseradish though, so I don't really want to spend all day fishing today, but we may have to. As it's raining, I might try fishing in a different spot. I know I can get different fish in the rain. What does Sebastian want? Sebastian wants a quartz. If we get access to the mines in the next couple of days, we might be able to do that, but I'd imagine we might struggle. Let's have a quick look over here. There might be some forageable items. No luck. I haven't really seen any worms so far. I'm not sure whether I've just been missing those or they actually haven't really appeared. Hopefully we see some soon and get some interesting items. I would like to get an ancient seed. If we can get an ancient seed early, that would be amazing, but I think that's pretty rare. I won't assume that's going to happen. But I am surprised how few forageables we're getting. I'm not sure. The good thing about the rocks are still there. Well, we might fish in this lake just to get some different fish. I'm hoping our inventory space doesn't fill up too quickly. I don't know if this is the best spot to fish in the lake, but it looks kind of nice, so let's just go here anyway. This being a Wednesday, Pierre actually isn't open on a Wednesday, so we don't need to finish up by a particular time today. We don't need to sell anything today. I could go to Jojo Mart, but I don't really like Jojo Mart. The prices are a bit more expensive and I don't know, they don't support the local community. I'm going to guess this is a carp because this fish is not moving at all. And carps are generally pretty easy to catch. Yep, I was right. There's a carp. What do we got? 2 stone. I'll probably throw those 2 stone out because that's just taking up an inventory spot that it doesn't need to. So my remaining plans besides doing lots of fishing, I also want to start considering chopping down lots of wood because there's fixing the area on the beach that gives you opens up the other area where you can get urchins and various other things. That's always good to get, and that gives you lots of money as well. So I think maybe even tomorrow we might consider chopping down some wood and just breaking it up from fishing all the time. Although I do think fishing is still good money. At some point it is worth cutting down lots of wood. So hopefully tomorrow we can get enough wood for that. I think it's 300, so I'm not sure if our energy will allow us to or the time will allow us to, but we'll have a go, and if we can get it done in a day, that would be great. And if we can get good money from there, that's even better. It's just a bit of a more difficult fish. No, it's just a chub. Yep, just a chub. I think you can get catfish in the rain. I don't think I'll catch one if it hooks because they're very tricky to catch. With my low level fishing skill, I might not be good enough to catch it, but if we do get one and we do manage to catch it, it's worth a lot of money, so I might consider selling it. However, you do need a catfish for one of the community centre projects, so I might consider leaving it for the community centre project. I'm not even sure if you can actually get catfish here. I know you can get catfish in the river when it's raining, but I don't know whether or not you can in the pond, or if this pond classifies as both the pond and the river. But we'll see. So a few episodes in now, you can probably tell I'm not really that interested in showing you cutscenes. I'm not interested in explaining mechanics. I'm sort of assuming that most people that watch this know how to play the game and know the game's mechanics, and a lot of the things I'm saying, you know, the catfishes come in the rain and so on and so forth, might already be known. But I'm sort of just explaining what I'm doing, I guess. But the basic things are like how energy works and you know who sells who and what's people's name are and all that sort of stuff. I'm probably not going to go over in detail. Similarly, if I get stuff in the mailbox, I'm probably not going to spend much time reading it. I'm pretty impatient. I prefer just playing games for the gameplay rather than reading all the background, but there's plenty of other channels out there that go through in detail all the different things you can watch. I'm surprised that I'm only getting chub. It's a bit strange. Normally it's a bit more random than that. We do have one carp, but we've got 6 chub and 1 carp. I guess it is working to our favour that it's reducing the amount of inventory space that things are taking up. But I would like to just get some different ones just to change it up a bit. Chub's a bit bland. We do want some more chests as well. At the moment we've only got the one, and we only got 2 stone in it, which is pretty average. There you go, there's a bullhead. I'm probably going to sell everything that I've got, even if they're in the community centre, just because I think I'll be able to get it again in the future if I need it for the community centre. And most fish you don't need in the community centre anyway, so I'm not too worried. Let's see if I can get perfect on this fish. There you go, perfect. Or Pawfect. And it was a good bullhead. And we're fishing on this side for some unknown reason. So where are we going? It's nearly 1 o'clock. Like I said, we don't need to worry about time today because Pierre's shop's not open, but I'd imagine most people probably don't want to watch a full day of fishing. There you go, there's a largemouth bass and I got an achievement. So I think once I get a full inventory of fish I might leave it there, and we'll go back and might do some chopping down of trees, and we'll lead that into tomorrow as well. So far I don't think I've failed a fish, which has been good. Probably get something difficult. So there's a carp. You can sort of always tell when it's a carp because you basically don't even need to do anything, they just catch. I probably should have had that as the last fish, but anyway, if we do get something that we want to keep, I'll just get rid of these stones instead. But hopefully I remember this is the last one I want to do, and we'll head back to the farm. We might end up getting a green algae or something instead. Come on, there we go. What have we got? Is it quick? Nope, it's another carp. And, oh no, it might not be a carp, that's moving a little bit quicker now. No, it's another chub. Alright, well, let's head back. I'll see if there's any forageables. I still would like to get a horseradish and a leek, because we don't have any just yet. Nope, still... I don't think they can spawn in this area anyway. But there should be some through here. There's a horseradish. No, our inventory's full. So let's get rid of these rocks. Or stone. Because we'll get plenty of stone. It's something I never seem to have too much issue. Especially once you go to the mine, you'll end up getting plenty of stone. It is a silver one, although I do want to keep it. So let's sell all these fish. I'm not sure. We might want to keep the largemouth. No, we'll just sell it. Let's just sell them all. We'll get some good money. And let's sell the algae as well. So what do we got? There's the horseradish. So we've got daffodils. We just need a leek. So what else was I saying? I was saying let's get the axe. Let's just do a quick check for forageables first. I'll grab the scythe just in case we need it. And then once we're done forageables, we might come back to the farm and start cutting down some trees. And I like collecting all these seeds because the seeds are really good for making field bars. So, I mean, these field snacks. And they give you a lot of energy back. So while you're cutting down trees, I like to do sort of one different type of tree at a time and make a whole series of field snacks. Here we go, there's some worms. What have we got? Prehistoric hand axe, and there's another horseradish over here. So if that's just a plain one, which it is, I might sell the silver one because that's sort of worth a bit more to sell, and they don't change how many wild seeds you get. So I'm wondering if there'll be more spring onions. We've already got plenty of spring onions, but once I start mining, I do use a lot of energy, because I like to get down as deep in the mine as quickly as possible. And I don't just use energy, I take a lot of damage when I go into the mine, so even though they don't give a whole lot of health, it's still something. Stops me from dying as I go down. I'm hoping that I get lucky when I get into the mine, because some weapons can be quite good and good upgrades, but we'll just have to see. So we're nearly finishing this forage run. I think now that we've got that achievement, we can buy a hat. I'm not going to bother buying any hats. I don't really have that much interest in those. We could check for another wild seed while we're here, while there's a reasonable amount of things. No, we didn't get any. There's another four section here. Nope, nothing there as well. And probably nothing here. I don't think we can see the wizard yet. I'll wait until we've got the mission or the quest with the wizard before we see the wizard. Alright, we still need another leek before we can make the wild seeds. Or if we get the community center soon, I might even hand them in to the community center rather than make it into wild seeds, because I think you get 30 wild seeds from the community, which is quite a lot. Alright, well, let's start chopping things down. I do like to collect these seeds because you get maple and various other things that give you items for those field snacks. And I will be using energy while doing this. So there you go. So we've got. I'm probably going to have to go back and put things in my inventory actually. If that gives us pine cones, which it does. So let's go put things. Let's go put things back and make sure we come back and collect those pine cones. So what won't we need? We don't need prehistoric. So we won't need that, and we won't need those two for the moment either. So let's sell this horseradish before we forget. And now we'll go back, we'll collect those pine cones, because I quite like pine cones, if they're still there, which they are, which is good. And we'll get our cutting down. So I try to have an even number of maple seeds, pine cones, and oak. So this tree here is a maple. So I'll show you the different types of trees. So this is an oak tree. You can sort of see by it's just being a bit of a circular top or a bit of an oval top with just the normal leaves. And the two trees above me, the one on the left is a pine tree and the one on the left is maple. So this is a pine tree. And the one on my right is a maple. So the pine trees are sort of that triangular shape, and the maple sort of have so these different leaves in between. So let's eat some spring onions before we run out of energy, and we'll keep chopping down the trees. So let's see how many wood we got. That'll do for now. So what have we got? We've got 2 pine cones, so we probably need more pine cones. Sorry, acorns, but our energy situation is not too bad. I try to leave the field snacks for when we go mining, because they actually give you a bit more health, whereas your spring onions don't give you any. And you can see that I collect all these the seeds that are placed down, because they give you acorns or pine cones or maple, and that's just easy access that you don't have to use much energy to get, and they give you a lot of energy back once you start using them. So I don't have any particular order as to what I'm cutting down, keeping an eye on my energy, because you never want to run out of energy, because it really limits the amount of energy you get the next day. So I'll just keep monitoring that. Let's look this, we're already up to 102 wood, which is quite good. So I think we need 300 for the bridge. And once we unlock the bridge, it opens up a lot more forageable items, and some of them can sell for quite a lot. So when we're doing fishing down with Willy, if we get some of those forageable items, they can sell to Willy on the same day, and then you can buy more seeds, and you get quite a lot of good items. So how are we going? How are we going for energy? Quite a bit. So once again, I think I said in the first episode, but these big trees give you the most wood per energy. So what have we got? 137 to 154. So that's about 17 wood, whereas these give you 1 per hit. So you get a lot more per item. So what have we got? We've got 5 acorns. I think we need more, chop down more pine trees because we don't have many pine cones. So let's get some more pine cones. Let's focus on pine cones for the moment. There's one pine cone that just dropped out of the tree. You can get pine cones, acorns, and maple seeds from shaking trees sometimes, just walking past and pressing the right click. Although I never seem to get too many that often. Whereas you get heaps from just cutting down the trees. I'm going to run out of energy, so I need to make sure that I keep on top of my energy situation. And how are we going for time? We've got plenty of time, so I might be able to cut down 1 or 2 more trees, and then call it a day, or call it a night. So let's try. Actually, let's get a few of these seeds. Maybe after a certain time they don't actually give you any more. So let's finish up. So how about we make all these into field snacks? So there's 4 field snacks, which is a lot of energy. So the good thing about cutting down the trees and the different types is you can sort of recollect energy as you go. So even though you use energy to chop down the trees, it gives you energy back in the form of field snack. You will eventually run out if you're trying to use that, but it sort of prolongs that. So let's take the wood and let's take out the watering can. So tomorrow we'll water our plants. We'll get up to about 300 wood, and then we'll go down to the area with Willy. Well, we've got just a little bit more energy and a little bit more time. Let's just get rid of these 2, and we'll finish up. So what is it for tomorrow? Tomorrow is raining again, so we'll get rid of our watering can and we'll go straight into cutting down wood again tomorrow. So how have we gone for money with all that fishing? So we leveled up again in fishing, which is good, and level 2 foraging as well. Extra axe for proficiency, so that reduces the amount of energy you use when you use the axe. And how much money have we got? So we sold the one wild horseradish for 62. We got 709 from fish. So what do we got? The largemouth bass sold for quite a bit. The bullhead sold for a bit. The chub's reasonable in amount. The carp not so much, but that's okay. And 15 for the green algae. Alright, well thank you all for watching this episode again. So that's the 3rd episode of the series. And look forward to hopefully watching again. So enjoy guys. See you later. Bye.